Hi everyone, this is Engineer Melissa, instructor in CE 154. In this video, I will be discussing the continuation of Unit 6, the design of numbers for combined forces and torsion. So in this video, it will cover the remaining illustrative problems 3, 4, and 5. So let's start. For the next problem, we have here channel that is subjected to combined compression and bending moment about both axes. So we have a C380 by 74 beam column member, braced frame and mast support, service loads, or the actual loads. We have here the dead load 90 kilonewton, live load 180 kilonewton, and service moments. So we have moments along X and Y. So along X, dead load 15 kilonewton meter, live load 30 kilonewton meter. And then along Y, we have 3 kilonewton meter for the dead load and then 10 kilonewton meter for the live load. So the member is 4 meters long and we will use CB is equal to 1.0. Check the adequacy of the member if it is made up of A36 material. Okay, so on this problem, okay, let's go back to our NSCP. So for 508.1, we have here doubly and singly symmetric members subjected to flexure and axial force. We have here for compression and tension. Okay, so yung problem natin is a combination of compression and bending moment. So technically speaking, we can use 508.1, no? Because yung channel is considered as singly symmetric members. Okay, so we can use 508.1.1. But in this problem, okay, we will try to use 508.2. Kasi according to 508.1 here, dito sa user note, section 508.2 is permitted to be used in lieu of the provisions of this section. Okay, so in 508.2, we have here unsymmetric and other members subject to flexure and axial force. So this section addresses the interaction of flexure and axial stress for shapes not covered in 508.1. It is permitted to use the provisions of this section for any shape in lieu of the provisions of section 508.1. Okay, so aside from 508.1, we can also use 508.2 for our problem. Ano ba yung pinagkaiba ng dalawa? In 508.1, we are utilizing the forces, no? We have here the force and then the bending moment. Yan, kaya yung mga unit natin dito naka-Newton tsaka Newton millimeter. Sa 508.2, no, we will be using this formula if stress naman yung meron tayo. Okay? So we will be addressing the interaction of flexure and axial stress. That's why here, yung mga units are megapascals. Okay? So, parang parehas lang yung application ng 508.1 and 508.2. Yun nga lang, in 508.1, we are on the forces and bending moments. In 508.2, we are on the stresses. Okay, so we will be using this one, 508.2. Anyway, you can compute yung problem na to based on 508.1 also. But meron na kasi tayong mga applications sa previous example. So let's try 508.2 naman. Okay, so given na dito yung properties of the section at the same time yung ASTM A36. So ito yung interaction formula na gagamitin natin. We have here FA. Okay, so balikan lang natin. FA stands for required axial stress at the point of consideration. Capital FA, the available. Okay, and then we have here a small letter F. It stands for the required flexural stress at the point of consideration. And then yung capital F, this is the available. Okay, so yung W and Z natin, these are subscripts relating to symbol to major principal axis for W, and for Z, these are for minor principal axis bending. Okay, so parang magkamukha lang talaga sila dito, no? Ayan, dito sa interaction natin sa 508.1. Required all over available. And then this is along X, and then this is along Y. Okay, so we have here the required axial stress and then the available plus FBW. Required bending stress along Z and then this is along Z. Okay. and it must be lesser than or equal to 1.0. Okay, so we will take the absolute value. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Unahin na natin siguro yung required flexural stress, yung small letter FA. Okay, so we have here the required axial stress. Okay, nasa compression tayo. So technically, that is axial compressive stress. Okay, so paano ba natin i-compute yung axial stress? Okay? So for compression or for axial, we know that stress is equal to force all over the area. Okay? So meron tayo dito under LRFD and under ASD. So para sa LRFD natin, yung ating FA will now be equal to PU, no? All over the gross area under LRFD. And then for ASD, we have our FA is equal to PA all over AG. Okay? So, compute na natin yung PU natin. We have here 1.2 PD plus 1.6 of PL. Okay? Substitute na natin. Diretso na natin. PD is 90 kN. And then 1.6 PL. Yung PL natin is 180 kN. So, that is equal to 396 kN. Therefore, we have here 396 times 10 raised to 3 Newton. All over the gross area is 9480 square millimeter. So this is equal to 41.772. 772 Newton per square millimeter, or that is megapascal. Okay, 41.772 megapascal. Okay, and then for ASD, we have here PA is equal to PD plus PL. So 90 plus 180, therefore we have 270 kilonewton. So we have here 270 times 10 raised to 3 Newton, gross area 9480. So this is equal to 28.481 megapascal. Ay, 28.481 megapascal. So that is now the required axial stress. Let's proceed naman sa flexural siguro. Dito. Yes, this one. Flexural along the major and minor axis. FB, the flexural stress, W, or this is along the major axis. So we are talking about here along X. No? So if we are talking about stress in terms of flexure, that is equal to Mach all over I. No? We have Mach all over I, or in other words, we can also use bending moment divided by the section modulus. Okay, so since nasa W tayo, we will be utilizing X. Okay, X. LRFD, so yung M natin dito is our MU. So we have here MU is equal to 1.2 MD plus 1.6 ML. Okay, so yung MDX natin, okay, nasa W tayo, W or X is 15, and then we have here 30. Okay, therefore, it is equal to 66 kilonewton dot meter. Okay, so this is MUX or MUW. Pero mas prefer ko gamitin yung X, no? Ayan, para uniform. 66 kilonewton dot meter. Therefore, we have here 66 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter divided by, what is the section modulus along X? We have 882 times 10 raised to 3. 882 millimeter cube. So this is now equal to 74.83. Na iwan na unit is Newton per square millimeter. So this is also in megapascal. Okay? And then for the Z, or dun sa minor axis natin, same pa rin yung gagawin natin. We will be using mu, nasa y na tayo, divided by sy. Okay? For our mu here, siguro pwedeng idiretso dito na. Pwede na. Pwedeng idiretso yan. Pero sige, para hindi tayo malito, dito na lang. Muy is equal to 1.2 of mdy plus 1.6 of mly. Okay, so direct substitution tayo. Md here is 3 kilonewton and then ml is 10 kilonewton meter. Okay, so this is equal to 19.6 kilonewton dot meter. So 19.6 times 10 raised to 6 newton dot millimeter divided by section modulus along y, we have 61.8. And 61.8 times 10 raised to 3 millimeter raised to 3. Therefore, we have 317.152 megapascal. Okay? So, akin na tayo sa LRFD. Ito yung mga kailangan natin. Sige. Mamaya na. Gawin muna natin yung nasa ASD. Okay, so, akin na tayo dito sa FA. Okay. Required flexural stress naman on the major axis. So same, we will be using MA. No? Nasa ASD na tayo, kaya allowable na. MA divided by the section modulus along X. So MAX. Ayan. So MAX is equal to MD plus ML. Sorry. Tama. MD plus ML. MD natin is 15 plus ML is 30. So we have 45 kilonewton dot meter. 45 times 10 raised to 6. Section modulus is 882 times 10 raised to 3. Okay, so we have here 51.02 megapascal. Okay, and then for the flexural stress on the minor axis FBZ, so we have MAY all over SY. Yung MA natin along Y axis is same pa rin, MD plus ML along Y na nga lang. So yung MDY natin dito is 3 plus 10, so we have 13 kilonewton dot meter. We have 13 times 10 raised to 6 divided by section modulus along Y is 61.8 times 10 raised to 3. So we have 210.356 megapascal. Okay? 210.356 megapascal. So highlight lang natin. Okay, sige, ganyan na. 41, ayan, 74, and then 317. And we have here 28, 51, and 210. Okay? So LRFT, ASD. This is for axial stress, and then this is for flexure. Ito yung para sa flexure, no? Yan, flexure. Ito yung para sa axial. Axial, flexure. Okay. Let's proceed now to the available compressive stress. No? Okay na tayo sa required. Punta na tayo sa available. Unahin natin si compression. Available compressive stress. Okay? So in computing the compressive stress of a certain section, unang-una sa lahat is we will check the slenderness limitation. Okay? Again, yung unit 6 na to is just the combination ng lahat ng natapos natin. Okay, so review na lang talaga siya. Yung nadagdag lang dito is the interaction formula. And of course, the torsion later on. So for the compressive stress, we have here slenderness limitation or the slenderness ratio, on which we have here KL all over R along X. So yung section po natin is pinned at both ends. And pinned at both ends. So we have here 1.0, and then the length is 4 meters. 4,000 millimeter. Then yung ating radius of gyration along X, we have 133. So this is equal to 30.075 millimeter, and it must be lesser than 200. Ay, sorry, wala parang millimeter. Ratio yan. Okay, walang millimeter. And then, along Y, we have KL all over R, Y, 1.0, 4,000. RY, we have 22. So we have here 181.818. And it is also lesser than 200, okay? But this one will govern. Next, after slenderness limit, proceed tayo sa slenderness of the element. Okay, so for the slenderness of the element here, unahin natin si flange, okay? Again, ang section po natin is channel. Okay, so channel, meron po tayo dito for unstiffened and then stiffened element. Okay, so for flange, okay, let's go back to NSCP, table 502. Okay, compression po tayo. Compression. Yan. Uniform compression in flanges of rectangle. Ay, sorry. Channel pala. Channel. Okay. So, channel, we have, I think, 3. Ayan. Uniform compression in flanges of rolled I-shape section. Plates projecting from rolled I-shape. Blah, 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 blah. And flanges of channel. Okay. So, we will be using case number 3. So, the width thickness ratio is B all over T. And then not applicable, 0.56 square root of EFY for the lambda R. Okay. So, for the width thickness ratio, given naman na yan, from AISC, we have 5.72. 5.72. And then lambda P is not applicable. Lambda R, 0.56 square root of E all over Fy. Okay, our material is made up of 836, therefore Fy is 250. And then yung modulus of elasticity natin is 200,000. Okay, so direct substitution na lang po. We have here 15.839. Okay, so yung width thickness ratio natin is lesser than lambda R, therefore non-slender. Okay, the flange is non-slender. Web naman tayo. For the web, okay, for the web, I think it will fall under case number 14. Ayan. Uniform compression. Ay, no. Meron tayo dito ata for specifically for channel. This one. Ayan. Kinorek na natin ito nung nakaraan. Okay? Kinorek na natin itong nakaraan. Yung case number 10 natin, this is also applicable for channel. Diba? Uniform compression in webs of doubly symmetric I-shaped section and also channel. So we will be using this one from AISC. 1.49 EFY. So yung H all over TW natin is equal to, given na rin yan 17.3. Ayan. 17.3. And then for our lambda R, 1.49 EFY. 1.49 is square root of E all over Fy. Okay, so direct substitution na rin ulit yan. Modulus of elasticity as 200,000. And then Fy 250. Therefore, we have 42.1435. 1435. So, yung ating HL over TW is greater than lambda R, therefore, slender. Okay, the web is slender element. Okay. Ay, sorry. HL over TW is lesser than, ako, 17 pala yan, and then 42. Okay. HL over TW is lesser than lambda R, therefore, non-slender. Okay. Non-slender po siya. Sige. We have proven that the flange and web are both non-slender. Therefore, proceed na po tayo sa section 505, section 505. Yan. Therefore, flexural compressive strength or flexural buckling of members without slender elements. So it will fall here. But first, let's read. This section applies to compressive members with compact and non-compact section as defined in uniform. Okay. Sige. So we will be using 505.3. What else? In 505.4, compressive strength for torsional and flexural torsional buckling of members without slender elements. This section applies to singly symmetric. Okay, so yung channel is considered as singly symmetric. Okay, therefore, we will also use 505.4. Therefore, yung section natin will undergo flexural buckling, torsional, and flexural torsional buckling. So, three stresses po yung makukuha natin. Okay? So, unahin natin si flexural buckling, 505.3. Okay, the available compressive strength here, again, we have here for flexure, torsion, and flexural torsional buckling. So, flexural buckling. Nasa stress tayo, no? Stress. So, ang kailangan lang natin dito is yung FCR, no? FCR lang. Kasi if kinuna natin yung PN, we are talking about the axial force. Eh, 508.2 yung ginamit natin is stress. So, FCR lang po tayo. Okay? So, in determining FCR, let's compare first yung FE and then 0.44 FY. The elastic critical buckling stress, FE. Okay? So, FE, we have here pi squared E KLL over R. Okay. 200,000. The governing KLL over R is 181.818. Okay. Therefore, FE, 200,000. Okay, so may squared pala yung KLL over R. Okay, so squared. So we have 59.711. Okay. Next, we have 0.44 FY, 0.44 of FY. FY natin is 250. Therefore, we have here 110 megapascal. Okay, so we already computed the two. Therefore, FE is lesser than 0.44 FY. Therefore, we will be using this one, yung formula na to for our FCR, 0.877 of FE. Therefore, FCR is 0.877 of FE. Therefore, we have here 0.877 multiplied by 59.711, we have 52.367. Okay, 52.367 megapascal. Okay? So, yung ating FCR, ito na po yung magre-represent dito sa capital FA natin, dito sa available. Okay, available compressive stress. Yun nga lang, we need to compute para sa LRFD first and then sa ASD. So we have here LRFD P, FCR, or 0.9 of the FCR. Therefore, we have 47.13 megapascal. And then for ASD, we have FCR divided by the omega. We have 31.357 megapascal. Okay, so let's compare it with the required. Ano ba yung required dito? Required sa ASD is this, saan na yun? This one, 41.772 and then 28.481. Okay, so it is greater than 41.772 megapascal. So safe po siya. And then this is also greater than 28.481 megapascal. Okay? So again, ito na po yung magre-represent sa ating capital, ano? Capital FA, the available axial stress, LRFD and ASD. So take note of these values, FA yung mga yan. FA for LRFD and FA for ASD. Next, let's proceed. Wait. Hindi pa yan yung maging FA pala natin. Sorry. Kasi it will undergo torsional and flexural torsional buckling pa. So, technically, hindi pa po yan, no? Kasi meron pa po tayong dalawa. Okay? Hindi pa po yan. So, isunod na po natin yung flexural and flexural torsional buckling. Or torsional and flexural torsional buckling. Okay, so 505.4. Okay? This is for double angles and T-shape. Okay, so technically, hindi po yan applicable. Next, for all other cases, shall be determined according to equation 505.3 to 505.3. Okay, so for doubly, for singly symmetric, for y is the axis of symmetry. Okay. So yung axis of symmetry po ng ating section is x-axis. Yan, channel po siya, no? Channel. So, x-axis po yung axis of symmetry. Then, kinorek na po natin to na nung nakaraan that if we have a singly symmetric members where x is the axis of symmetry, we will just be replacing y with x. Okay? Galing din po yan kay AISC. Okay? So we will replace y with, we will replace y with x. So ang kailangan natin na formula is this one. FE is equal to FEZ. This one, kailangan ulit natin, again, review to, no? Kailangan natin i-compare yung FE versus 0.44 FY. No? Because we will be utilizing 505.3.2 or 505.3.3. Ayan. But of course, we need to compare first FE and 0.44 FY. So for FE, FEZ plus FEX plus FEZ divided by 2H 1 minus square root of 1 or FEX FEZH all over FEX plus FEZ squared. Okay? So na natin i-compute si FEX. FEX. Okay, so we will be using this formula, but then again, ayan, this one, FEX. Parehas lang kasi sila. Papalitan lang natin specifically for x. Okay? So, pi squared E all over KL all over R x squared. Okay? So, pi squared of 200,000. And then yung KL all over Rx natin is 30.075. 30.075 squared. Therefore, we have here 2,182.32 megapascal. Okay. Next, we have FEZ. FEZ. This formula, pi squared E, working constant, KJL squared, GJ. Okay. Okay, so let's substitute this one. We have here pi squared of 200,000. Okay, so yung I think meron tayong value dito ng warping constant, yung CW natin. Yes, this one. Available siya sa AISC. So, 132 times 10 raised to 9. Available po siya sa AISC. 10 raised to 9 divided by KZ. So, we can assume that it is also equal to 1.0. And then, length of 4,000 squared. Plus, G natin is 77,200. Ayan. 77,200. J polar, ayan, 1,100 times 10 raised to 3. 11 times 10 raised to 3. Okay. And then, 1 all over the gross area. Gross area, 9,480. And then yung RO, we have 139 millimeters. Lahat po yan is galing kay AISC squared. Yan. So this is equal to 552.54 megapascal. Okay? And then yung H natin, I think meron na rin. Ayan, 0.937, the constant. Sige. Okay na tayo. We can now substitute this one. Okay? Pwede natin i-direct or i-store na lang din para hindi tayo mahirapan. I-store FEX 2182.32. I-store FEZ 552.54. And then yung H natin, i-store under 0.937. Okay? So, na-compute ko na kanina yan using yung store natin. I-store nyo ng A, B, C yan para mabilis. Yung FE natin is now equal to 541.292 megapascal. Okay? And then, ano yung 0.44 FY natin ulit? 0.44 FY is FY 250. I think this is 110 megapascal. Therefore, FE is greater than 0.44 FY. Okay? FE is greater than 0.44 FY. Okay, so ituloy ko na po siya dito. Ayan, tuloy ko na po dito. FE is greater than 0.44 FY. Therefore, according to NSCP, FCR is now equal to 0.658 FYFE multiplied by FY. CR 0.658 FY all over FE multiplied by FY. Okay? So, direct substitution ulit. FY is 250. Yung FE po natin is 541.292. Okay? Again, FY 250, FE 541.292. So, this is now equal to 206.056 megapascal. Okay? Ayan. Next, we can now proceed to LRFT. The design flexural stress. Have P of FCR. So we can use 0.9 of 206.056. We have 185.45 megapascal. And then for AST, we have FCR all over omega. Omega is 1.67. Therefore, this is equal to 123.387 megapascal. Right? Again, these are the available. So, ano ba yung required natin kanina? Required is 41.772 and 28.481. Okay, so pasok naman siya. Pasok. 41.772 megapascal. And then we have here greater than 28.481 megapascal. Okay. So, tapos na tayo sa 3 limiting states. Flexural buckling. So, ito po yung kanyang available. Available compressive stress. And then, this is for the torsional and flexural torsional buckling. This is the compressive stress. Compressive stresses. Okay. Diba? Pag tinitignan natin kung ano yung mag-govern, we will be choosing the smallest value. Ay, so siya yung mag-govern. Therefore, ang mag-govern dito na FA natin for LRFD is 185 versus ano yung isa? 47.13. Okay. So, we will be using 47.13 megapascal for our LRFD. And then sa ASD natin, we will be using 31.357. 31.357 megapascal under ASD. Okay? So, these are the governing available compressive stresses. Okay. Okay na tayo sa first term, no? Okay na po tayo dito. 1 and then 2. Next, dito naman tayo sa flexural stresses. Flexural stresses. Mahaba lang talaga yung solution nito. Simple siya kasi natapos na natin dun sa mga previous topic. Yun nga lang, mahaba. Okay. Sige, available flexural stress na po. Unahin muna natin yung strong axis or dun sa W or x-axis. Kasi dalawa yan, di ba? Okay, so flexure tayo. In identifying kung ano yung mga limiting state for flexure, we need to have the, ang tawag dito? Slenderness of the elements. Slenderness of the elements. So for the slenderness, let's proceed to table 502.4. This one. Okay, so channel po yung section natin. Channel. Yan. So we will be using case number 1. Flexion flanges of rolled I-shape section and channels. So with thickness ratio, lambda P, lambda R. Unahin natin si flange. So we will be using case. So the width thickness ratio is just equal to B all over T. Given naman na yun kanina, I think that is around 5.72. 5.72. Ito po, 5.72. Okay, next, our lambda P is equal to 0.38 square root of EFY. So, substitute na lang natin, 200,000, then 250. So, we have 10.748. Okay, so base dito sa dalawa, 5 yan, tapos 10 to. No need to compute for lambda R because we already know that the flange is compact. Okay, the flange is compact. Okay, next, web naman tayo. Web. So, we will be using case number 9. And flexured webs of doubly symmetric I-shaped section and channels. HL over TW, 3.76, 5.7. Okay, with thickness ratio, HL over TW, given na rin yan, that is equal to 17.3. 17.3. And then lambda P, we have 3.76 EFY. So we have 106.349. 106.349. Therefore, no need to compute again for lambda r because we know that the web is also compact po tayo. Okay? So, let's proceed now to table 506.1.1. Ayan. So, channel tayo, tapos compact pa siya. So, technically, we will be using section 506.2. We have yielding and lateral torsional backlink. Okay, 506.2, this one. Dalawa po yung limiting state. The first is the yielding and lateral torsional backlink. Okay, unahin na natin si yielding. So, according to 506.1, we will be using 506.2. So, dalawa po yan, yielding tsaka lateral torsional backlink. Okay, unahin na natin si yielding. So, si yielding, we have Mn is equal to Npfyzy. So, Mn is equal to Mp is equal to Fyzx. Okay, nasa stronger axis tayo, di ba? X-axis. So, lagyan natin siguro ng subscript na X para hindi tayo malito. Ayan. Fyzx. Okay, Fy natin is 250 Newton per square millimeter. Ano yung ating plastic section modulus, Jx? We have Jx. 1120 times 10 raised to 3. 1120 times 10 raised to 3 millimeter raised to 3. Okay, therefore we have here 280 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter. Okay, we can now proceed identifying yung ating flexural stress. We have sige, LRFD. Dito na lang. Hindi kasha. So, for LRFD, okay, how to determine the flexural stress for how to determine flexural stress if we have moment? Again, we have Mach all over I. Mach all over I, or we can utilize M all over the section modulus. Ang kailangan natin dito is capital, di ba? Because we are talking about the available flexural stress on the major axis or yung W natin. So we have Mach all over I, or we can utilize M all over S. So since we are talking about the strong axis, this is our MNX and then this is our SX. LRFD po yan, no? LRFD, nasa available tayo. So, we need to multiply it by P, di ba? P. Okay. P or yung 1.67 natin. I mean 0.9. So, 0.9 of MNX, so 280 times 10 raised to 6. Divided by the section modulus given kanina yan. So, we have 882 times 10 raised to 3. Okay. So, this is equal to 285.714 megapascal. Okay, and then under ASD, so ganun din, FPW, we have MNX all over SX. Yun nga lang, kailangan nating i-divide also nilang omega or the 1.67. 280 times 10 raised to 6, section modulus 882 times 10 raised to 3, 1.67. Okay? So this is now equal to 190.096 megapascal. Okay? So let's compare the two doon sa required. Ilan ba yung required? Okay, these are the required under LRFD. So we have here 74 and 51. 74 and 51. Okay. So, yes, this is greater than 74 point something, no? And then this one is greater than around 51. So, okay sila. Pasok, pasok. Okay, yielding pa lang yan. Meron pa tayong lateral torsional buckling, the LTB. Okay? So, in lateral torsional buckling, we need to consider the LB, LP, and LR. Okay. Unahin muna natin si LB, the unbraced length. Okay, so the unbraced length according to the problem is naka-braced siya saan? Beam column members in braced frame and mass service and 180 service loads 4 meter. Okay. So wala siyang binanggit anything about the bracing except this one. Braced frame daw siya. So technically, nasa end siguro. No. Nasa end yung kanilang bracing. So we can consider the unbraced length is just equal to 4,000 millimeter or 4 meters, no? 4,000. Okay, and then yung LP natin, how to compute LP? LP, ano yun? And the limiting lengths LP and LR written as follows, 1.76 RY EFY. 1.76 RY is square root of EFY. Okay, substitute natin RY, given yan, nasa AISC. So that is equal to 22. 22. Sige, direct substitution na natin. This is 22, 200,000, and then 250. Therefore, LP is equal to 1,095.167 millimeters. Okay? So, LB is greater than LP. Therefore, we need to compute also LR. Okay? This is our formula for LR. This one. 1.95 RTS. 1.95 of RTS. E 0.7 FY. JCSXHO. Next, square root of 1 plus 1. Square root of 1. 676. Ulit. Plus 676. YSXHO. 0.7 pa pala. Squared, EJC. Saan yung squared? Sa buo. Buo yung squared. Okay, 1.95 RTS E over 0.7 FY, JCSHO. Okay, then square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus 6.767 FYSXHO, and then E all over JC squared. Okay, so given naman na lahat, I think. So, RTS, meron na tayo. RTS 9.7. Next, FYJ. Yung J natin is 1,100 times 10 raised to 3. Millimeter raised to 3. And then yung C natin, according to the problem, C, 4 channel, and C is equal to H all over T squared of IY CW. Okay, pero baka meron. Sige, tingnan natin. C. Wala. So, we need to compute C. Channel siya. So, we have HO all over 2. HO all over 2 square root of IYCW. IY natin. Naku, wala. Sige, check natin later on kung ano yung IY sa AISC. Let me check. IY. Okay, so the IY is equal to 4.58. 4.58. IY, mamaya tayo mag-solve. So, 4.58 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. Arping constant, okay na. Next, SX, HO. Ang SX natin is 882. 882 times 10 raised to 3. HO. Wala dyan, di ko na ilagay. But according to AISC, that is equal to 366 millimeter. 366. 366. Okay, wala dito pero nasa AISC. HO is 366. Next. What else? FY, SX, HO, EJ. Okay. Yan. So, pwede na. Solve muna natin to. HO is 366 divided by 2 is square root of 4.58. 4.58 times 10 raised to 6 divided by CW. We have 132 times 10 raised to 9. 132 times 10 raised to 9. Okay? So we have 366 divided by 2. CW. Okay. So this is, lagay lang natin yung unit. 366 millimeters yan. This one is millimeter raised to 4. Millimeter raised to 6. Okay. Wait lang 4.58 times 10 raised to 6 millimeter raised to 4. This moment of inertia. Tapos ito, CW is 132 times 10 raised to 9 millimeter raised to 6. Tapos ito, HO natin is 366 millimeter. So, ang may iwan na unit dito is square root of 1 all over millimeter squared. Tapos, tama, square root of millimeter squared. So, millimeter, yan, magka-cancel out. So, unitless din. Okay, unitless. Sige. So, we have here 366 divided by 2. Square root of 4.58 times 10 raised to 6. 132 raised to 9. So, 1.077. 1.078. 1.078. Tsaka natin ngayon, isa-substitute yung mga values dito. Okay? I think it's better if by parts yung gagawin natin. Sige, unahin ko muna itong part na to. Then, store natin. 1.95 of 29.7. 200,000. All over 0.7 of 250. Square root of 1,100 times 10 raised to 3 times C, 1.078 divided by SX, 882 times 10 raised to 3 times HO, 366. Okay. Shift store A. And then we have square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus 6 0.76. .7, 250, SX 882, HO 366, all over E, J, C. Okay, so our LR is equal to 5917. 5917.909 milli. Sige, double check natin. 1.95 RTS. FY250 SX H. Yeah, so we have 5917.909 millimeter. So LR is greater than LB, and LB is greater than LP. Okay? If, saan papasok yun? It's LP is lesser than LB and LB is lesser than LR. Tama ba? LP 1095.167 is lesser than LB. Yes, and LB is lesser than LR. 5917. Okay. So LP, LB, LR. LP, LB, LR. Okay. So we will be using this equation. MN is equal to CB, MP. Okay. CB. MP, MP. Okay. So MN, dito ka na po ituloy. MN is equal to CB. X. MP, MP. MP minus 0.7 FYSX. Okay. MP minus, hold on. MP minus MP. Zero 7 FYSX. Okay, so nandito yung parenthesis. LB, LP. And then LR minus LP. And it must be lesser than or equal to MP. MP minus MP minus. Okay, tama. So, nandito yung isang parenthesis. So, let's compute MP. So, ang MP natin dito is this one. MP is FYZX. MP is equal to FYZX. ZX. So, we have here 250 multiplied by plastic section modulus ZX. We have 1120 times 10 raised to 3. 1120 times 10 raised to 3. Therefore, we have 280 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter. Next, Fy, Sx, meron na tayo dyan. Okay. Sige, store na natin para mas mabilis. Store natin sa A. And then, LB natin is 4,000. 4,000. LP. So, na-store natin to sa B. Yan, na-store natin sa A. And then LP, C. 195.167. And then this is at D. LR is 5917.909. Okay, CB is considered as 1.0. And then MP, A minus A minus 0.7 of 250 times SX natin is 88. Then we have LB, B minus C all over D minus C. Yeah. So we have here 204.319 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter. And is it lesser than MP? Our MP is 280 times 10 raised to 6. Okay, so pasok po siya. Therefore, our Mn here is equal to 204.319 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter. Okay, so we can now compute our stress, no? Stress. Saan na tayo? Mn. MNCB. Okay. Therefore, yung ating stress, okay, under LRFD is equal to P. Okay, yung MN natin. But this MN, substitute natin siya sa F CR all over yung ating ano ulit? Ay, sorry. This is moment. Ay, tama. So, we have here, tama. Yung ating MN, kagaya nung kanina, we will be substituting it with, ano tawag dito? Stress. So, how to convert this one into stress? Kailangan lang natin siyang i-divide ng, nagkanda hilo-hilo na. Kailangan natin siyang i-divide ng section modulus. Ayan. Here, SX. Okay. Nasa X pa lang tayo. X pa lang. No. So, we have here, kasi ito na yung ating stress. Di ba? Stress. Flexural stress. M all over S. Flexural stress. Tama. So, we have here 0.9. Our MN is 204.319 times 10 raised to 6 all over the section modulus. Ano yung section modulus natin? We have 882. 882 times 10 raised to 3. Okay. So, 0.9 times divided by 882 times 10 raised to 3. So, we have here 208.488 208.488. So, ano yung magiging unit natin dito? Naka-Newton dot millimeter yan. This one is millimeter cube. Okay, squared. So, megapascal na. Okay, 208.488 megapascal. And then for AST, we have MNX all over SX. This is our F. And then, multiply lang natin ng omega na 1.67. Okay, so i-direct na natin. Ayan, 204.882 times 1.67. So we have here 138.715 megapascal. Okay? This is under lateral torsional buckling, no?
Okay na tayo sa yielding. Okay na rin sa lateral torsional buckling. Therefore, piliin na lang natin whichever is yung mag-govern. Therefore, ito na po yung gagamitin natin na FB sa may W. Okay? FBW, whichever is smaller. So, this is 208, tapos 138. Yung isa, 285, tsaka 190. Okay. So, ang mag-govern dito is from the LTB. Mas maliit yung binigay. Yan. No. Whichever is smaller eh. So, 208 yan. Sa yielding kasi is 285. Okay. So, 208.488 megapascal. So, this is for our LRFD. And then, para sa ASD naman, we have 138.715 ASD. Okay. Mahaba. So, okay na po tayo dito sa may major axis. Next naman is sa minor axis. Dito naman po tayo. FBZ. Minor, y-axis. Sige. Okay na tayo dito Okay na po tayo dito. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay na rin yan kanina kasi required yan. Dito na lang po tayo. FBZ. Capital FBZ. Available. Sige. Next, along y-axis naman. The flexural stress along y-axis. This one is along x-axis. Next, along y-axis naman tayo. Okay. So, same pa rin naman yung slenderness limitation natin. Hindi naman magbabago yan. Kahit balibalik na rin mo yung section. No, we have still compact. Yun nga lang, mag-iiba na po kasi yung mag-govern na limiting state niya. Okay, so meron tayong channel. Tapos, meron po tayong channel, no? Kaso nga lang, nasa minor axis na po tayo. So, ang magiging orientation ngayon is this one. Kanina ito, sa major axis. Ito naman ngayon. Okay, kasi nasa minor axis tayo. Sa Y tayo, no? Y-axis, kaya ganyan. Yan, no? Yung Y-axis niya. Compact tayo. So, we will be utilizing 506.6. Okay, 506.6. On which yielding, tsaka flange local buckling naman. 506.6. Asan na siya? Yun, 506.6. I-shaped members and channels bent about their minor axis. Yielding, tsaka flange local buckling. Okay, yielding naman tayo. Yielding. Again dito, dalawa ulit. Yielding, tsaka flange local buckling. So, unahin natin si yielding. Yielding. We have Mn is equal to Mp. Fyzy. And it must be lesser than. Okay. So, Mn. Gamitan natin ng subscript na y. Is equal to Mp. Y. Fyzy. And it must be lesser than or equal to 1.6 Fys. Y. Okay. So, direct substitution. We have here 250. Yung zy natin, galing naman siya sa AISC. Therefore, we have 133 times 10 raised to 3. 133 times, and it must be lesser than or equal to 1.6 of 250. SY, section modulus along Y, we have 61.8 times 10 raised to 3. 61.8 times 10 raised to 3. Okay. So, this is equal to 33.25 times 10 raised to 6. And then, this is equal to 24.72. Okay, 24.72 times 10 raised to 6. So, 33.25 times 10 raised to 6 is not lesser than 24.72. Therefore, ang mag-govern na MNY natin is 24.72 times 10 raised to 6 Newton dot millimeter. Okay? Therefore, ang ating LRFT, okay, so phi, convert natin yung ating MNY into stress by dividing it with section modulus along Y. So, we have here 0.9 of 24.72 And then yung ating SY is 61.8 times 10 raised to 3. So this is equal to 360 megapascal. 360 megapascal. And then for AST, we have M and Y all over SY. Then divide natin ng delta. So we have here, omega, I should say omega. We have 24.72 times 10 raised to 6. SY 61.8. And then 1.67. So this is equal to 239.52 megapascal. Okay? So check nga natin kung greater siya doon sa required. Okay? So this one nasa x-axis ay nasa y-axis tayo or doon sa minor axis. So this is for ASD and then LRFD. 317 tsaka 210. 317 and 210. Okay, so pasok naman siya, no? This is 360, this is 317, and then 210. Okay, pasok. Okay na po tayo sa yielding. So next, flange local buckling naman tayo. Next limiting state is flange local buckling. So flange local buckling. For section with non-compact flanges, ano ba yung flange natin? Compact, no? Compact. Ay, dito pala. For section with compact flanges, the limit state of yone. For compact flanges, the limit state of yielding shall apply. Therefore, FLB does not apply. Okay. Pwede na nating i-compute yung interaction diagram. Okay. So, technically, ito na po yung ating FBZ. Okay. We have here 360 megapascal. And then, para sa ASD, we have 239.521 megapascal. Okay? Again, this is for LRFD. And then, this is for ASD. Okay? Sige, substitute na natin. Ano yung interaction diagram natin? We have FA all over capital plus small letter capital plus. Okay, and it must be lesser than or equal to 1.0. Sige, unahin natin si LRFD para hindi tayo magkalituan. LRFD muna, no? So, we have here, again, required yung nasa taas lahat, required. This is, again, compression, axial, and then this is for flexure. Flexure along X, flexure along Y. Okay? Flexure. Compression, flexure along X, flexure along Y. Okay. So, we have here, unahin natin dito, sa may required. Dito muna tayo, LRFD lahat. 41,772, 74.83, tsaka 317.152. So, lahat ng to yung nasa numerator, no? Numerator yan. Then, sige, lagay muna natin dito. Numerator lahat. So, we have 41.772. Naka-megapascal po tayo lahat, Tapos, FPW, 74.830 plus 317.152. Okay. Next, doon na tayo sa mga compute natin na available. Ngayon natin si compression. Available compression. Ayan. LRFD tayo. LRFD. This one. 47.13. Ayan. 47. Ay, hindi. Hindi nag-govern pala. Nag-govern. Ito. FA 47.13. Okay. Next. FBW. Ayan. FBW. 208. 488. 208, 488. And then, this one. FBJ na 360. Okay. So this one, we have 47.13. This one, 208 point, ano rin 208.488. 488. And then this one, we have 360. Okay, so compute na natin. Kung titignan natin, lesser than 1 naman talaga yun. Kasi mas mataas naman yung mga nasa denominator. At we need the exact value kasi. Ay, wait lang. 41,772, 47.13. Individually speaking, yes, lesser than 1. Pero i-add pala natin, sorry. I-add pala natin lahat. Okay. Therefore, the interaction between decompression and flexure is equal to 2.126 and it is greater than 1.0. Therefore, okay, hindi niya na-satisfy yung ating limit na 1.0. So, nag-exceed siya doon sa interaction nung compression and then flexure along x and y axis. Therefore, we can conclude that under LRFD, not safe po siya. Okay, the section is not adequate or not safe. Try naman natin sa ASD. Okay, sa ASD. So, ganun din. Kunin natin yung mga FA, FB double, tsaka FBZ under ASD. So, we need this one. Ito yung mga nasa numerator. 28,481. 51,020. And then we have 210. Okay. Ang numerator lahat yan. 28,481 plus 51.02 plus 210.356. Okay, it's time now for the denominator. So I need the capital FA under ASD. Capital FA, this one, 31.357. And then capital FBW, ASD, ito, 138,715. Ba? Yes, 138,715. And then for Z, we have 239.521. 138,715. This one is 31.357. 239.521. Okay. So, ilan kaya yan? It must be lesser than or equal to 1.0 para masabi natin na safe. Pero, nag-fail na kasi siya sa ASD, ay sa LRFD. So, malaki din yung chance na mag-fail din siya under LRFD. To 10.356. Okay, so we have 2.154. So this is equal to 2.154 and it is greater than 1.0. Therefore, not safe din po siya under ASD. Therefore, we can now conclude that the section is not adequate. Okay, the section is not adequate. Okay, so mahaba po yung problem na to. Kasi it involves compression. Mahaba talaga pag compression. Anyway, so just a review of what we had on this problem, no? So ito po yung interaction diagram, or interaction formula na meron tayo. Ginamit ko po yung 508.2, stress po yan, but kasi according to NSCP, we are permitted to use 508.2 in lieu with 508.1. Yung 508.1 kasi we are on the forces and bending moments. So 508.2 we are on the stresses.